Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Technik. Today we're working on the Audi A6. This is the C6 or the 4F platform, and we're going to be doing the full front bumper removal. So let's crack on. So first things first, you're going to need to jack the car up. Come to the underside of the car here. Just on the underside of the bumper, you've got these three flathead screws. Undo those like so, and those will pop out. So we've got three of those along the where the bumper meets the engine pan. Obviously on this car it's red, so you can see the red's the bumper, the black's the engine pan there. So we've got another screw over here and a third one over to this side as well. So get all three of those removed. Now before you go any further, if you've got the adaptive cruise control built into your car, which is this kind of solid section you can see in the centre of the bottom of the grille here. If you have this option fitted to your car, this is the next thing that must be removed before you can continue with the bumper removal. Obviously if you don't have this, skip this step, move on. We've filmed a video on how to remove this, so we'll add a link for you below this video, so you can scroll down and check that out if you have that option fitted and you need to see how that's done. So make sure you do that before you move on if you have that option fitted. Okay, the next stage is this plastic lock carrier trim, this front one here. It's actually two sections. You've got this rear one which has got the screws in, and if you look, this front section actually sits up underneath the kind of lip of it, if you like. It slides in. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach the clips which are along the front edge of this, and then once we've unclipped the front edge we'll be able to slide the whole thing forward to release it from the rear. So let's do that. Okay, it's easiest to start in one of the corners. You can just see one of the clips just poking out just there, and there's another one which is in this section here which points kind of straight downwards. You'll see in a second if we can get that removed. So what I'm going to do is just get that out, and this one, kind of lift it up a little bit. There, and that's this clip here. As you can see, what that's done is release the next clip here. Basically it alternates between one of these kind of plastic clips and then one of these little kind of guides, if you like. So we're just going to continue that along the front carefully there. There's the next one, another one there, another one there. Just follow that along carefully to the other side, and then what we'll do is we'll come in again, do what we did on the other side here, like so. So that's all of the clips released. Now, like I said before, we should be able to slide this forward. There. And just be careful on the ends here. The ends are kind of wider, they sit in above the headlights. To actually remove it, you kind of got to bend it a little bit, like that, and like that. That's that trim removed. Okay, so next up, I've got these Torx size 30 screws. So I'm just going to get these removed. So you've got one in the centre right there, and if you look to the outsides, let's get a bit of light on that. Just there, there's one there, and of course one on the directly the opposite side, in just next to the headlight there. So get all three of those removed. So for the next stage we're going to actually try and access up under the wheel arches, because there's a bolt that connects the bumper and the wing together. So that's what we've got to get access to. So to allow us to do that, we're going to remove the wheel. So get your nut cap cover removed, get your wheel bolts removed, jack the car up, get the wheel off. And that's going to give us the access that we need to get this wheel arch liner peeled back, so we can get up under there and attack this bolt. So that's the next stage. Get your two front wheels removed. Okay, so we've got the wheel removed. That's going to give us the access that we need. As you can see, first thing to focus on, you should have three fixings along the bottom here. Unfortunately, these have been lost along the way on this car, and they've actually fitted some kind of aftermarket thing with a crosshead screw in there, but ignore that. What you should have your three screws along the bottom there. Get those removed first. So next, moving up towards the centre of the liner, I've got a couple of Torx headed screws, one here towards the outside. If you follow that straight across, you may have some kind of dirt covering yours. You've got this other one here that's almost a kind of a 45-degree angle. So what we're going to do is going to get both of these two removed as well. So next, if you look up towards the top here, you've got these two screws here, get them removed as well. Next, right at the back here, on this plastic bracket, just over the brake pipes there, got another one there, get that removed. And last of all, up at the top, just here, again yours may be covered in dirt. If it is, just scrape it back. And you see we've got another one there, so that's the last one we're going to remove there. So just pull this in front of the bracket, just so you're not getting not putting stress on the bracket there. And this should give us the motion that we need to get this moved out of the way. That's all we need, is just to get it pulled forward to a point. And if you look up under the wing there, up under there somewhere, further in, there, that nut right there, you can see it on the red there, it's a single nut. That's the one that we're going to be focusing on next. So you want a size 10 long socket bit, and something long enough to reach. I've got a flexi one here, but a straight one should be fine. So with that nut out of the way, obviously we've got to repeat the process exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so we're at the stage now where we're ready to remove the bumper. So I'm just going to put down a mat just to lift it down onto to help protect the bumper. Put down some cardboard or a blanket, whatever you've got available and are comfortable with. So next we're going to look at the two edges of the bumpers, get those unclipped, and then the whole thing should lift off. So next, if we peel the wheel arch liner back just a little bit again, I've actually got 3 screws on the inside here, one at the bottom, one here, and another one right there at the top. These 3 torque screws, and they connect this black bracket through onto the actual plastic of the bumper. So remove all 3 of those. Okay, next what you want to do is actually pull the kind of corner of the bumper out from below the wing here. There's actually a plastic bracket that this sits in. If you're struggling to get yours out, if it doesn't seem like it wants to come out, sometimes it can be a little bit easier if you give it a little bit of a pop forward. So we'll open up this gap here. There we go. Sometimes that can make it a little bit easier to get that removed. But you can see what we've basically got is we've got these 3 holes here. If you have a look in behind it there, you've kind of got a little plastic bracket, and these little plastic brackets have got little lugs that these kind of snap into. So this kind of sits in that slot, and those snap into the to the lugs there. So we can do that on the other side, and they should be ready to lift off. So what we're going to do is grab the whole kind of bumper, lift it forward, and then place it down. Remember, we're going to have some electrical connections for the fog lights still connected, and also if you have the headlight washers like we have on this one, because this car's got xenons, then obviously you've got the pipe work for the headlight washers as well. So when you lower it down, I expect most of you will be doing this on jacks anyway, but you know, you don't be kind of, if it's on a lift, you don't be trying to remove the bumper high up in the sky. You want to do it as low to the ground as possible. So with that in mind, let's slip it off and lower it down to the ground. Okay, and at this stage I've passed over to my assistant to hold the bumper for me. It comes in really, really handy if you've got someone that can do that for you, because the cables are so short they don't really have enough space to kind of lower it down as far as you'd like. So, the usual kind of standard Audi electrical connectors for the fog lights. It's got a little security tab, just open that up with a screwdriver and then just pull the whole thing off. Okay, I'm going to do the headlight washers first. So I'm just going to put a tray ready to catch the washer fluid, and this is the connector below the headlight here. See, it comes into this little plastic clip, and be warned, obviously you're going to lose your washer fluid. Any washer fluid that's in the system is now going to drain out. Grab either side of the clip, pull that clip out like so, and then just give the whole thing a bit of a wobble, and there it is. I'm just going to let that drain out for a few seconds, and then we can focus on the second fog light. And so for the second fog light, exactly the same as before. Little electrical connector, just open it up and then slide that off like so. Almost forgot, we've got another electrical connection here, which you may or may not have. This is actually for the parking sensors. It's actually on a little plastic clip that you can just pop out if you need to. Being troublesome, this one. There he goes. Okay, so there you go guys, that's it. As you can see, that's your front bumper completely removed from the car and good to go.